Cleanup from the Smitty supply explosion continues in Tangipahoa Parish. An independent researcher is raising some concerns about what chemicals folks there may be exposed to. Georgia Peck reports.
I'm standing about as close as I can get to Smitty's supply in Roseland, where exactly 7 weeks ago, a fire and explosion caused millions of tons of waste to leak downriver, leaving people in the area with plenty of questions. And one independent environmental tester is working to find those answers.
Around noon is when they let us know, and I ran outside to look. I saw it, and our dogs were covered in it.
Wynn Klima and her husband, Sonoy Sang, have lived here in Independence for the past 5 years. They're about 23 miles downstream from Smitty's. It's their home with a beautiful view of the Tangipahoa River, which they also use to rehabilitate foster dogs, not knowing they'd one day be coming out of the river covered in oil.
Their stomachs are irritated. Their whole digestive system is irritated. I mean, how can it not be? You know, they drank it and it was all over them.
The day Smitty's caught fire, the couple tried their best to wash all the oil off the dogs. And then the questions about their health and safety began.
The best thing that happened to us is meeting Scott and having Scott come down here and, you know, and learning the knowledge from him. And like you said, you can't find what you don't look for, and they're not looking for nothing.
Scott Smith has spent the past 19 years doing independent environmental testing following contamination events. He says his testing goes beyond what the EPA does.
They tested one sample with soot mixed with water from a dish and tested for 8 or 9 metals. I tested for 29 metals. I tested for products of incomplete combustion like dioxins and ponds.
Smith went with Sonoy to grab samples from the mouth of the river last week, but while they were there, Sonoy had to get into the water for 15 minutes to fix a problem with the boat. Soon after, Sonoy claims he started having health issues.
He was confused, he was angry, he didn't know who he was for a little bit. I had to put him to bed. The next day he was a lot better, but we're not being told anything, you know?
The EPA reports no imminent threat to human health, but Scott says people he's talked to report everything from bloody noses to fatigue, stomach, and respiratory issues.
My dream was to have my business. Her dream was to have the dog rescue, which we both are together with each business. But now it's like, damn, what we dreamt and built can now be gone.
There's a town hall tomorrow where Smith is inviting the community to talk about the aftermath of the explosion and share his findings. If you're interested in attending, there's more information about it on our 9 News app. In Roseland, Georgia Peck, WAFB 9 News.
Thanks, Georgia. Our team reached out to the EPA for comment on the independent testing, but did not hear back by news time.